Train station renovation is without doubt a unique game idea. It aims to combine trains with maintenance and interior design. Hello and welcome, I'm SimUK and this is my train station renovation review, developed and published by Live Motion Games and Playway. The game will release on the 30th of April 2020 and I don't have a price, but I'm guessing somewhere around £15. If you want, there is a demo available right now so you can go check it out after this review. The version that I'm playing is not the final release version, and as such anything you see and any of the bugs or issues that I encounter will not necessarily be present within the final release version. In Train Station Renovation, you will play as a renovation company specialising in the restoration of old and damaged railway stations. You'll have a number of tools at your disposal: a sponge to clean up graffiti, a spanner to fix broken elements, a crowbar to break unwanted items and elements, a trowel to fix up any holes in the walls, a paintbrush to paint, and a broom to encourage suicidal thoughts, and of course sweep as well. The mechanics for repairing, cleaning and painting are actually really quite good, much nicer than just pressing and holding a button and watching the work materialise in front of your face. As such, at times this game can be quite rewarding. Once you have cleared a station of debris, fixed all of the doors and windows and light switches, you can then log into your tablet and purchase the necessary items and place them in order to bring the station back to its former glory. Placement is fairly free and the end results can look pretty darn good. So, other than each of the progressively more involved and larger levels being set at train stations, there is very little train-related content, or so I thought. As you complete tasks and earn stars, you will occasionally be rewarded with model train locomotives and carriages. Yes, rather unexpectedly, this game has got a built-in model railway, and you will unlock the locos that run on it by fixing up the old decrepit railway stations. You'll only be able to control one loco at a time, but you will be able to decide which carriages go on it, and I have to say it is quite a cool little extra bonus feature. You can either choose to fly around as you watch the locomotive, or you can ride on board. Sadly, you cannot create the model railway, it is pre-designed, and there are lots of areas I notice where the train either derails or gets stuck. That's how it is at the moment anyway. So to some degree and on some levels this is quite simulated, but this is by no means a simulator. I've played for about 4 hours and I've already encountered nuclear waste. It's basically a combination of mini-games put together to accumulate an entire creation of a train station. You can order and purchase 2 different waste areas, one which allows you to chuck anything in and you earn no money for doing it, or there's like a segregated style where you can put glass in one, metal and plastic in another, and cardboard in the third. This allows you to earn a few extra pennies here and there, and yeah, it's like a little mini game all of its own. Placing items into them though can be quite tricky, and once it gets blocked up, you're going to have to pay $200 in order to clear it. So if you're the type of person who takes pride in their work, you know the type, takes a day off work to tidy and organise their home, spends the entire day doing it, and then at the end has a massive sense of pride about what they have achieved and all seems right with the world. Yes, I am one of those people. Then this is probably a game that you will definitely find some enjoyment in. The only real difficulty in this game is finding every little bit of repair and trash that needs to be either fixed or removed. You have this built-in scanner which helps you identify where these things are, and it can be upgraded, but getting 100% completion is very frustrating. Unfortunately, getting all 5 stars does not require you to have achieved 100% completion, at least on most levels. Obtaining the stars allows you to upgrade your tools, which obviously makes your life easier. The first thing I did was to replace the broom with a hoover, and I have never been so happy to have to use a hoover. There's a basic tutorial which takes you through the game mechanics and shows you how each of the tools work. There's a few pieces of bespoke equipment which aren't included, but they're only available on certain levels anyway. An example would be a pump to clear a flooded basement and a hazmat suit to deal with neon nuclear toxic waste. There's no multiplayer or co-op, which is a bit of a shame, just a single player experience, or at least that's how it is right now. So graphically the game is okay. There's nothing groundbreaking here, but there are some nice touches thrown in. The maps are small to start, but they do grow larger as the levels increase, and apparently the later levels are damn near massive, but I haven't managed to get that far yet. Now, this is not a final release, so the issues I experienced I hope will not be in the final game, but I have to mention them because I experienced them. The issues that I experience are that the reward windows sometimes get stuck on screen, and the problem with that is that it covers the tablets. When you're purchasing items, you can't actually click on half the buttons. That's a bit of a problem. All I did was carry on, and then once I'd achieved the next reward, it did finally clear out the way. There's also some areas where there's no suitable guidance or feedback. A key area would be regarding the placement of toxic bins. It took me a long time to figure out that putting them in the little barriered area meant that that job had been done. I tried a few different ways of completing it, one of which was chucking it off the edge of the map. That didn't work. Then I had to risk being kicked out of the game because you've only got 5 seconds to go beyond the limits of the map in order to retrieve them and put them where they were supposed to be. And the most significant problem was after an hour the game crashed on me and I lost all of my progress. Now there's nothing more annoying when you've just spent an hour tidying up an area and somebody comes in and messes it all up again. So I was less than pleased, let's say that. So I had to do it all again, and I did it as quickly as I possibly could. In a speed playthrough it took me about 30 minutes and I discovered 98% of everything that needed to be found. I also discovered that you can literally place anything, anywhere. Style is completely optional here, it's entirely up to you, but if you want it to look nice you're going to have to put a bit of time and effort into it, but you don't have to, it is entirely up to you. I'd say the audio in this game is adequate. Everything you do has an audio sound file associated to it, and that works just fine. The in-game music, whilst not groundbreaking, is perfectly suitable to chill you out and pass the time. And that really is what this game is all about. It's a chill-out game. It's not a simulator, it's not hardcore, it's not challenging, it's not high-paced. It's nothing more, nothing less than a log in, load up, sort it out, and chill kind of game. The UI works just fine in this game, it's pretty much intuitive. Something I would like to change is the quick swapping items, it can be a little bit frustrating. And for me at least, in this particular load of the game, there was no key binding options at the time of my recording. The options page literally did not work at all, and I'm sure this is something that will be fixed and therefore available at release. There's no character creation, you never effectively ever see your own character as it's all in first person, but you can customize your equipment and obviously you get to design each station as you wish, as long as it has the right number of each item included. The developers are heavily pushing for modded content. This game is completely moddable. Now, I'm not 100% sure what will be available in terms of mods. Obviously, the area that needs to be moddable is maps. Maps are going to be key because at the moment there are only 10 levels available, and who wants to play the same 10 levels over and over again? Now, I'm not entirely sure how enthusiastic the modding community are going to be around this game, but the developers have also promised DLC and future content, so this will potentially be a game that grows and evolves over time. So as I say, I have no confirmation of price. I would say anywhere between, say, £10 and £15 is a fair price. £15 I think would be pushing the boat a little bit for what is available at the moment, but then I haven't got to the bigger, better, later levels yet, so bear in mind that could be something that justifies the £15 price tag. Anything around £10 or below that, yeah, that's worth a buy. If you're into this kind of thing, you'll get at least, say, 30 minutes per level, more for the later levels obviously, up to an hour if you're really taking your time and trying to do it properly. So you're looking at least 10 hours of gameplay at release, with the future potential of mods and additional content, be it paid or free, coming later down the line. I've got to say, there's not much draw to replay a level, unless maybe you skip out after just completing 1 star, which is something you can do if that's what you want to do. But there really needs to be a lot more levels available if I'm going to go back and play this game again. So, if you want to see more gameplay, there is plenty of gameplay on SimUK Let's Play. The game releases in a few days, so go and check it out, and don't forget that there is a demo for you to try. Thank you for watching. I hope this review has been helpful to you. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Just say, hey, great review, or you're an idiot. I don't care. As long as you leave me some sort of feedback, that would be great. Cheers. Bye for now.